okay?
Okay.
Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Look, I got a package in the mail from a dear sweet friend. She didn't want me to open it on camera, but she just said use them in your coffee vlogs in the morning. So happy Halloween, everybody. Today, Jim said he's going to decorate, and I told him, let's concentrate mostly on the outside so the kids know that we're here for trick-or-treaters, because Halloween's on a Sunday this year. And we want to make sure he's going to be home to hand out candy, which is like the first time in a few years that he's been home. So let's have that first sip together because I need it. That just tastes like Italian sweet cream. It's delicious. This morning I wanted to come to you just to give you a little update. Today was day 2 of chemotherapy meds this morning. But one of the side effects of the immunotherapy and the chemotherapy actually are both exhaustion, and I'm tired. You know, I don't know if you've ever seen, I think it's Blazing Saddles. Madeline Kahn sings, "I'm tired," like a burlesque show. Or a cabaret show, as I think is what it really is. That's what I just feel like. I just want to be like, I'm tired. And it's to the bones. It's to my core. Sleep is what my body's needing. My body's getting the sleep that it can get. Today is a beautiful day, but it is 47 degrees, so it's like officially fall. My sister's like, what are you doing to me? It was just 90. I don't know. It's Rolla. It's Missouri. I was waiting for her outside of the clinic to pick me up. You know, she went to go get the car. And a man came out and he said, it was raining in the morning, and he said, oh, it's gorgeous out. I didn't know it was going to be like this. I thought it was going to be raining all day. And I said, well, you know what they say about Missouri? If you don't like the weather, just wait 5 minutes. And he goes, oh, you must be from here. And I was like, not really, just lived here long enough. So far, just to give you an update, my hair is still intact. My appetite is It's not so much in the morning. But like, it's later in the day. So my intermittent fasting is usually, I fast from 6 p.m. to 10 a.m. Sometimes it's 10 hours, so it could be like from 7 to 9 or 7 to 10, or, you know, might just anywhere from 8 to 10 hours. I do have an appointment with my primary on Thursday. I'm going to talk to her if she still wants me to keep doing it. The modified keto and the intermittent fasting, just with everything that's going on. She kind of already told me to, with the intermittent fasting, to kind of do like almost intuitive eating. Like if you're really hungry, just eat something. So that's what seems to be happening. I'm getting in like what seems like a nap at like 8:30 at night, like 8:30 to, the other night it was 8:30 to 11. Last night was 8:30 to 10:30. And I'm just like, then I'm up for a bit. And last night it was just up for an hour, but I was hungry. It was bizarre. So I had like a little bit of my peanut butter, even though it was late. But I was trying to think. First, I always do. Whenever I'm hungry, I was thinking, what did I eat today? Do you guys do that? I don't know if it's just like, is it the diet culture that I've just been ingrained in my brain the whole day? Like, why am I hungry? Is it just I'm bored? Is it that I'm hungry? Is it that my blood sugar's too high? Is it that I'm emotional? Like, why am I hungry? But for me, it was like, I have to, that's what I do. I just get the sensation, then I run through the gambit. Am I really just thirsty? Is it really hunger? That type of thing. And it was like almost hunger borderlining on a little bit of nausea, but I had eaten dinner, so it was weird. For dinner, Julie made ribs. We had a rack of ribs that was given to us by a friend. But her husband couldn't eat them, so she gave them to us. They were like frozen ribs or whatever. And Julie sent them all day in the oven. And then I almost wish like I was feeling good, because they would have been so nice to just finish on the barbecue. But she finished them like in the broiler. Let's see what else we had with it. Oh, she made the squash. I don't even know what the squash was. She told me. Never heard of it before, so it doesn't stick in my brain. It almost looks like zebra-like. It's got like, it's yellow with these kinds of stripes. It's so sweet. All she does is roast it with olive oil, or sometimes coconut oil, and then pumpkin pie spice. And it tastes like pumpkin pie. It's so sweet. I gotta look at its carbs, but I was just like, ugh. So I don't normally eat compartmentalized. Like, you know, when I don't usually eat all my meat and then all my vegetable and then all. But because ribs are messy, I ate all my meat. And then I ate all my broccoli, and I saved the squash for dessert because it was so good. But I tasted everything first. It's usually what I do. And I had dessert. I had my ice cream. I had my keto ice cream. There's a little bit of mint chocolate chip left. And I ate that. So, I don't know. It's just weird. Maybe I just didn't eat enough yesterday. I had a protein shake in the morning. It took me a while to drink. I think I did it over the vlog. And then for lunch, I had Wendy's chili and 6-piece nuggets. And then for dinner, we had ribs. And so maybe I just didn't eat enough calories or enough carbs, or maybe not enough protein or something. I don't know. But I was hungry. So I really want to know how you guys are doing. Jim said he started to read some comments, and he sent over some that I take care of myself. So thank you with all the questions. This morning, he read the bag that has the chemo in it. And it said about, make sure you read the paperwork. And I know that the doctor talked to us about a lot of details, but I was like, would you read the paperwork? And as he was reading it, it did say that you could lose your hair, which they said it at the doctor's office. It's a less likely side effect. But I said, and then Jimmy said I don't know, Jimmy, you said a coworker? You said a coworker about the ice pack?
Yeah.
So a coworker had a family member who had gone through it, and they said, put an ice pack on your hair and it helps reduce the hair loss. But I was like, where were you 20 years ago when I started losing my hair? Where was that piece of information? But I actually said to him, and I've been talking to my sister, you know, when I first cut my hair, I took the razor to the edges, kind of like, I didn't want a full Skrillex, which is like shaved, but like a buzz cut or whatever. I wanted it to be like faded, you know, like a real like layered thing. And she's like, no, it looks cute. But I'm like, oh, I need it off my, you know, I can't put it in a ponytail, so just need it off my neck. But then we talked about like, it's really just, it's long on the top, and that's really where it needs to be layered. And we saw a lady at the doctor's office who had my hair cut, but she has way more hair than me. And I was like, I love your hair. I love your hair, but my hair's not that straight. And she's like, that's funny because I curl it and it always looks really good. I was like, So I said, if I do start to lose my hair, I want to like give myself a mohawk until it falls out. I just want to be like, because I wanted to be cool when I was a teenager, but I was such a geek. I was such a goody-goody. I didn't know how to be cool like that. I was different kind of cool. I was cool with hairspray, not with cutting. My sister Jane was very brave. She dyed her hair, just took risks, and she cut her hair just whatever the way she thought was the best and liked it. And she's so beautiful. You guys have seen my sister Jane. She's so beautiful. And no matter what she did, she always just looked so beautiful. So it's like, you're like, oh, I want to do that to my hair, but I'm a wimp. I want to dress like that, but I'm not cool enough to get away with it. So we'll see. That was unexpected. Also, about grapefruit. I didn't know if I told you guys that I had to stop the St. Johns Wort. I've been taking St. Johns Wort since I met my husband as a mood support for hormonal issues. But you have to stop it with this medication. Something to do with the antioxidants. My sister made oxtails and collard greens, like soup. And I have been like jonesing it since 10 o'clock last night. She actually said to me, she's like, if you're hungry at like 11 o'clock at night, I'm up, I'll make you a snack. But then I was thinking, how is she coming in here with a snack? And how am I crunching apples at 10 o'clock at night? My husband's asleep. Like, how is that going to work? I have to get Jimmy the sleep earplugs. He has them. We just have to use them. Then he'll never hear his alarm and he'll sleep till 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So that won't work. Let's see. My sister made me a little makeshift ottoman for this chair. It's my gray canvas storage bin that I had by my bedroom door for a long time. She stuffed some extra of the throw pillows in there. And that's what we have. So there's a couple of like little honeydew things that I have on a list for Jim today that he keeps telling me on the weekend. So I've been keeping a list, but I don't want to put pressure on him to do all these things. You know, I shared a funny TikTok. I know you guys aren't always into TikTok, but it's not all 15-year-olds shaking their booties. I was able to find a whole bunch of people with renal cell carcinoma who have gotten very similar stories to me. Like, they were totally asymptomatic, and then this happened, that happened, and it made them just get discovered. So, but one of the things on TikTok, and he goes, there's one thing about when you're growing up they don't tell you about, something they don't tell you about when you're growing up is weekends. And he goes, you know, when you're a kid, weekends are great. And he goes, but when you're growing up, you know, Friday, you're just like exhausted from the week. So you can't really get anything done. And then Saturday, you spend the whole day doing all the things that you couldn't get to all week because you were exhausted every day you came home from work. And then Sunday, you just spent in despair, just thinking about the fact you got to go to work next day. I said that to Jimmy, and I was like, this is 100%. You could have written this story. And he agreed. But so that's what it is. It's like his Saturday is just like whatever you can get done on Saturday so that, you know, you can finish on Sunday or rest on Sunday or whatever you get to do. So right now he's playing his video games. We talked about maybe having a movie date tonight in the house. And usually he likes to play his video game time like right before bed. So I said, well, why don't you play early? And while it's still too cold out for him to do anything outside, it's 47 degrees out this morning. It's going to be warmer in the afternoon. So I said, you know, it's going to be the 50s and 60s. So I said, wait a little while to do the outside decorations. It's gorgeous either way. So you know, and then maybe tonight we'll watch movies before bed. And this way we could just sit and enjoy our time together. Maybe even Julie can come in and enjoy with us too if we find a good movie that we haven't seen yet. Sorry. Just forgot to breathe for a second. Other than being physically exhausted, I really just thought it was because I did so much, but this is beyond that. This is like, and I'm still going to the restroom. 2 o'clock in the morning, 11 o'clock at morning, I'm going to the restroom. I did start to feel so unenergetic last night that I was like, we might have to go ahead and use the commode in the bedroom again because I feel like actually weak, you know? So I was on the bathroom this morning and my sister was talking to me and I was like, she's like, how do you feel? I said, I'm weak and I hurt all over and I'm exhausted, like physically. But that's no different than the last 3 years. Because honestly, people like, here's how I'm looking at it. Like the doctor's like, oh, the medication could make you tired. You could have joint pain. You can have this. And I'm like, but that's why I'm taking the medication to get rid of all those things. So there is no difference. But if at the end of this treatment, I have less of the thing on a normal, you know? Sometimes you got to crawl through the tunnel of poop to get squeaky clean on the other side. So, I am really happy. I am really happy. I know that sounds weird, but I'm so blessed. I'm really blessed to have you all in my life. I am really, really blessed to have met so many wonderful friends who have impacted my life and really have become a part of my family through YouTube. And I am 100% about that. But my family, my friends, I am so happy that my sister's here. She's really made a huge impact on my household. Sally likes her a lot, which is great. But if you're a caretaker or caregiver, you know that it's very hard to receive care at times. And then you go through something like this, it's really hard. And she's really made it so much easier. I'm sorry. Do I have to cry every vlog? Hey, look, I'm battling cancer. I can cry all over it. But anyhow, I'm trying to think of what I wanted to say. It just was something I was going to say about my family. Oh, my family, despite all they're going through, like my sister's got so much stuff going on. She's like, if I didn't have this to do and I can't reschedule it, I would totally be there. And then when that's over, I have this to do and I cannot reschedule it. But as soon as that's over and I got clearance, I'm coming. And I'm like, it's okay. I was like, it's okay. We're doing good. Even my aunt, she was like, if you need me, I'll be there. You know, it's just an amazing group. I'm trying to do whatever I can for myself, obviously, but there are limits. But when my sister's going to go away for a week, she's going to do a bit of meal prep for me. We'll put some meals together in, like, she'll freeze some meals and then I can just take them out, put them in the microwave, or my mother-in-law can or my husband can. And I think probably the best plan is to have Jim take it out in the morning and then Mom can heat it at lunchtime or something along those lines. She's like, I'm going to make you a dozen high-boiled eggs. She'll be back, though. I'm holding all of her stuff ransom if she doesn't. I'll sell it all on Marketplace. She taught me how to sell on Marketplace. I actually ended up selling it to a friend from that I grew up with. It was really wild. But, yeah. I do not know what I'm going to do when she's not here. But we'll get through it. Stop using my clean sheets for a pillow. Those are my clean sheets folded and waiting to get put away. And that is my husband's head. using the clean sheets for a pillow. There are 75 pillows on this couch that he's always complaining about, but he's got to use my clean sheets for a pillow. Can somebody explain, please? I just thought that was funny. Is that a guy thing? A lot of stuff that Jim does, and I talk about, my friends are all like, it's a guy thing. It's just a guy thing. How about the I love you pillow? You have that behind your back?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is that good, what you're doing?
Yeah.
Okay. I've gotten so used to the way my injury is of sleeping on my right leg, which is the bad leg. It's very comfortable for me to lay on that side. Much more comfortable than lay on the other side. I don't know if you guys remember from the beginning, it was much more comfortable to lay on the other side. But it's a little more difficult to get to lay on my right side in this bed. Now, all the years Jim and I swapped back and forth. When we're like getting ready for bed and playing on our phones, we have, well, when we're getting ready for bed, we have like, we talk to each other, we, you know, plan the next day, and then we all get into our phones and start to settle. Like, he likes to color or play this one little game he plays. I like to watch TikToks or go on Instagram or YouTube or whatever. So then what we usually do is we turn towards the outsides of the bed. I can't do that so much. My left shoulder, it's been hurting for the last few years, but I've been sleeping on my right. I've been sleeping on that side for so long that I didn't even realize how bad it was because I haven't been sleeping on it. I knew it hurt because, you know, the times that I do put my arms up, or the times I do like, when I would like roll towards him, when I was sleeping on the other side and when I would roll towards him, couldn't stay there for very long, all of those things. But I had no idea how bad. And I don't know that how long the, I don't know what you call them. You know, I have to ask the doctor, what do you call the spots? Are they carcinomas? Like each one of them, is that a carcinoma? Like, I have to find that out. If you know, if you're an orthopedic oncologist, and you leave it in the comments, let me know. Actually, if you're a doctor, armchair or otherwise, just let me know what these are called. I don't know if they're still called lesions. That's the thing. They were called lesions before we knew what it was. Do we still call them lesions? Do we just call them sites? I don't know. But anyway, I don't know how long that was there, like in my shoulder. Was it bursitis or arthritis that just like found a landing spot for cancer? I don't know. Who knows? So, yeah. I was curious about something. Different spots in my body that I have these were the sites of previous traumas. Hear me out for a second. So a few years ago, when I first moved in here, we had a couch that was really low. And as I found myself lifting myself off the couch, and the more I sat in the couch, the deeper the hole got. So I was lifting myself up on my left arm. It started to really get like ick. Was that the cancer being built, or was it a trauma that was happening? You know? The spot in my rib cage, I had a car accident. I was in a car accident, and the passenger, it was just a fender bender. But I do remember like the seatbelt cutting me right on there. And I was like, ugh. You know, the spot in my spine, that was the spot when I sat on the computer. I always had issues like, ugh, just right there in the middle. You know, like my scapula, that too, you know, it's just one of those weird things. Like, are they totally random, or are they sites of trauma that just said, hey, we have cancer in our blood, let's just land wherever the trauma was? And obviously I had surgery on my knee that has the giant mass in it. You know, just made me think. And I don't know about the kidney portion. Like, did it just like build in the kidney and then spread to those trauma points? Or did I have trauma in that kidney? If I had kidney trauma, I wouldn't know that I necessarily would have known about it. Like, I think I've mentioned this before. When I was having a menstrual cycle, I only used to get back cramps. for almost my entire life, every really random once in a while, I would get like a front cramp, but it was mostly lower back cramps. Was that like pushing on my kidneys and that's what it was? Like where, you know, I don't know. Who knows? So that's what that story is all about. It just made me think. Again, there's no why, but hey, if we could add to research something, say somebody, I guess my point is, say somebody has the potential to have renal cell carcinoma, and they're on a treatment that doesn't work right away. Do we go, hey, where have you had traumas, physical traumas in your life? Let's keep a close eye on those and see if you're not going to have, you know, growths there or whatever. I do have another new test coming up because my sister wanted to know, why didn't they scan my brain? It's a good question. So she was kind of surprised, the nurse practitioner. She was like, they didn't? And I was like, no. I said, actually, the chest and abdomen CT didn't even really get my shoulders well, because she said, well, it should have gone onto your clavicle. I was like, well, the only reason I said that is because the radiologist oncologist said he didn't get a clear picture of my shoulders, so he wanted to get x-rays. And she was like, oh, and she went and looked and she was like, wow, yeah, I don't know. So she said, let's do a CT, a CT without contrast or an MRI without contrast, just to get a general picture. So I do have that. I don't have it scheduled yet. I'm waiting for central scheduling to call me. But with everything else going on this week, I'm sure it's not going to be for a bit. But my sister was concerned about, like, that I was forgetting things, or that I, you know, I guess you guys know too. I haven't really, like, I dropped words that I never did before. I flub a lot of things. And a lot of times you don't know, because even when I was doing voiceovers for DIYs, sometimes the voiceover would be in 27 parts because I would keep going back to fix what I was saying. I don't know. Let's see. I mean, I'm sure it's nothing. Could just be, she said, what'd she say? She said, cancer brain is real. 51-year-old brain is real. Menopausal brain is real. She said, stress brain is real. Chemotherapy brain is real. So I think she's great. I love that she explains things, how in-depth, the way she does. Drives my sister not so crazy, because my sister doesn't even like when I explain things in depth. So, of course, she's not going to love that the doctor office is doing it. That's a cute picture. I can't wait to share this with you. But I'm still feeling good, so I'm not going to share it with you. Today I talked to Jim about making my corner pretty. If this is going to be like my therapy corner or my vlogging corner, I have some ideas of like different art that I want to put up, or positive affirmations, and just to kind of give me a little bit of sense of peace that I would like to be able to enjoy while I'm laying here. Maybe we could finally do the gallery wall. I think that behind me would be the greatest place, or here would be the greatest place for like the quilt ladder that I want to make forever and ever. My quilts are so pretty and none of them are on display. It's very sad. Very, very sad. Here's a tip my sister said. We're going to get some twin size fitted sheets for this chair. I have a slipcover, and I said, oh, my slipcover's red and it would match my room better. So she's like, yeah, but the twin size sheets is like, if the medication makes you like get really sweaty like it can, we can just throw that sheet, you know, on top of the slipcover. She said, just throw the sheet and switch the sheet out so that you can constantly just have like refreshed. And I was like, you know what? It's a really good idea. Twin sheets are usually very inexpensive. Get them a lot of times, because I really won't care if they're stained as long as they're clean, as long as they're disinfected. But she's like, well, we'll just order some. I don't know. But we have a TJ Maxx and a Ross here, and a lot of times you can get that stuff really cheap. But I'm a particular, I have to have cotton. Like, I'm not a microfiber. Microfiber makes me sweat. Big time. I do sleep on microfiber, at least it says so. But it's sweaty. I get sweaty. that might be it. I know my hair looks cute like this. I know, but I don't know. It's just... Welcome to my brain. Welcome to my brain. I don't know that there's anything else for today. I do really want to sit out in the living room. I would love to put some more decorations up for Halloween, but maybe we could decorate in here for Halloween. We did all of the purging and the rearranging and everything, and I did promise you guys I'd give you a tour, but I think I'm going to do that like when we're all finished. There's still a few details like the decorating and stuff, and then when we're all done, we'll do it. We also think we're going to switch nightstands. Jim's nightstand has a cubby and a cabinet. This one has 3 drawers. I really did fall in love with the 3 drawers part. However, the way we had to situate it here, the drawers don't open fully and they have to be away from when I'm in the bed. If I take the cabinet with the cubby, I can access that from the chair and the bed. So we'll see. He said that maybe that's on the honey-do list for today. I got a few things. We'll check them off as we go. All right, I'm going to go. I love you guys. I do. And if nobody told you today that they loved you, don't forget I told you that I loved you. And I wanted to thank those of you who have reached out to me. And I just got the sweetest message from Susan S. yesterday, who basically said, you tell us at the end of every video that you love us, but we love you too. And it's just nice to hear. It's nice to hear when you guys say it too. So, but I don't say it to be reciprocative. I just say it because it's true. I just love you. And thank you for spending time with me today. And as always, you guys take care. God bless. And I'll see you next time.